You know, I think I owe Adam Ragusea a slight apology. Not for any of the stuff that I said last week about his knife skills video. I stand by all of that. But because I saw he was releasing a knife and I said that I didn't think it would be very good or I'd be surprised if it was. And I'm surprised. I actually like the knife. I don't love it, but it's very much exceeded my expectations. So let's go ahead and talk about that. As we always do, before we even touch the unboxing or everything, I want to get into the website. The website is, well, let's just take a look. This is it. This is the website. It says here, custom Adam Ragusea 8-inch chef knife, German X50 steel, tough and easy to sharpen, heavy full tang extending through durable pocket wood handle, laser engravings on both sides and end cap, east-west hybrid shape, comes in custom box. It eliminates a lot of the bullshit on knife websites, but there is some info missing that I wish that it had. I wish it had more on the dimensions and the weight. It doesn't have the Rockwell hardness of the knife, doesn't have the bevel angles, anything like that. So it's very bare bones. Can we talk about these pictures? None of these pictures show the entire knife, which I think it's dumb. I don't know why you wouldn't show a full picture of the knife. And now one thing that I did, it got pointed out to me. If you zoom in right here, you see this little brown spot, and that brown spot looks like it may have been ground a little too much without being cooled off, without any water to like cool it down. So there's a little bit of a scorch mark right here on the knife is what it looks like. And fun fact, that can fuck up the heat treatment. So hopefully that's not what that is. And either way, that kind of should have caught that before they put the picture up. And you know, I usually like to do like a deep dive on these websites, but there's really just not much to go off of. So yeah, that's the website. The other thing I want to point out, the shipping process was pretty frustrating. It took about a week and a half for me to receive the knife, which is fine, except when, you know, the only option for shipping is $15 express shipping. And I do understand that they had like a limited quantity of these and they were trying to get them all out. And, you know, the first round of shipping was probably a nightmare. So I'll concede on that. When I wanted to contact somebody to be like, hey, where's my knife? There was no real contact on the website other than like Adam's personal email and business inquiries. There was no order support for the knife, which really bugged me. So finally, I did get a tracking number when it shipped, but it came from a website called Ergo Chef, and they're just another knife website. So I assume that they're the ones contracted to make this knife, but there's nothing about Adam Ragusea on their site. There's nothing about Ergo Chef on Adam's site. So it's kind of confusing why they did that and why stuff didn't come from the same channels, basically. Let's just go ahead and look at it. Internet Shaquille, good to have you here, man. Nice to see you. You found the channel. Got a big boy content creator in the chat, guys. And yeah, I did see that Ergo Chef makes the Guy Fieri knife, which I would be really curious to try at some point. So, got this box with, I think he calls this vinegar legs. I'm actually not sure. I don't watch enough Adam Ragusea to know, other than like this is a logo he's using. So, you open the box, you have the knife in it. You also have this little card, and it says, Vinegar Legate, thank you for buying my knife. Use it in good health, which you can ensure by wielding this thing slowly, because only the pros need to mow through onions like turf grass. Walk, don't run. Vinegar leg is on the right. Dude, get off of it. Come on. You don't need to double down that hard on your shitty knife skills. So I think that card's annoying, but whatever. That doesn't actually speak on the quality of the knife itself. But yeah, so we get the knife out. It's got this little, you know, soft plastic sheath, which, as I've said before, is better than nothing, which most knives come with nothing. Our 8-inch chef's knife. And it is indeed kind of like an Eastern-Western hybrid. This right here, I think is way too big and honestly kind of ugly. And then on this side, you know, he's got the Adam Ragusea 8-inch chef knife, German X50 steel, walk, don't run. Again, it's too much. I don't like shit printed on my knives, you know, to this extent. So I think that it makes an otherwise good looking knife honestly pretty fucking ugly. And that bums me out. What is it with YouTubers and their knives? What the hell is this? Why do they all do this? But yeah, so actually like holding the knife, it's comfortable. It feels good to heal. It feels good to hold. My biggest complaint is that the handle, the knife is handle heavy. The balance point is, you know, kind of right behind here. So a little bit behind the pinch point. So it's on the handle heavy side. It feels a little thick, but that's not the worst thing in the world. We do have a distal taper, which I really like. But one of the things I bitched about a lot, the spine is not rounded. However, it is just a touch smoothed out, so it's not wildly uncomfortable to use when you're doing heavy prep work. I used this thing for about a week. I didn't hate it. I thought it was kind of nice, honestly. I do think the out-of-box sharpness could have been a little bit better, but it wasn't a deal breaker. And I am gonna, you know, edit in here the requisite cutting footage that everybody likes to see, which, I mean, it's a knife, it cuts. I like to see the cutting footage too, but let's be real, it's not actually showing anything. It's a knife, it cuts. I don't have many bad things to say about the knife. Other than I think the printing on it is ugly, and I think it's a little bit handle heavy, and it could have been a little bit sharper, and they could have rounded the spine. All in all, it felt good to use, and I really can't knock Adam for this knife that he put out. The $70 price tag. Let's talk about that. Do I think this is a $70 knife? No. Do I think it's a $50, maybe even $60 knife? Sure. I mean, even as he said in the video, part of that was production costs and getting everything out. I think that if you're a fan of Adam and you want to buy his product and support him, I think this is a perfectly acceptable price to pay to support a creator you like. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually remember the food that I prepped with this knife that I filmed. I don't remember. So it's going to be a surprise to me when I edit this in. But yeah, so I mean, I personally I'm not going to find myself reaching for this knife, but I don't think it's a terrible knife by any means. If you just want something that's decent, you could buy worse knives, like the Brad Leone knife. Yeah, so Adam Ragusea's knife is pretty okay and worth it if you're a fan of Adam Ragusea. That's my final take on it. And yeah, this is a YouTube video that we're filming, so hey, look at that, Patreon homies. I haven't done this scroll in a while because I keep forgetting, but shout out to y'all for helping me pay my bills every month. Hit those buttons down there, tell YouTube you like me, and I love y'all, and I'll see you soon.